Mm. Happy Friday, everybody. We finally made it. It's been a pretty good week for me. I can't complain. So one of my better weeks, I guess. Let's see who we got hanging out with us today. We got two or three little thumbs up over there. So y'all know what to do there. Let's see. Troy Pritchard's here. He says, "Good morning, everybody. TGIF." Got a darn bee in here. Oh, he's buzzing so loud. I'm not sure where he is. Sounds like he's right above me. Y'all might be able to hear it. Anyway, good morning, Troy. Larry Galt's here. He says, "Good morning, everyone. 57 years ago today, I became government issue for 20 years. I would do it over in a heartbeat." You might get the chance, Larry. The way things are going. Just saying. I don't know. Paul Stewart says, "Good morning, all. I am so glad this week is over." Rough week there, Paul? Tell us about it. Thomas Graham says, "Interesting, Larry. I was commissioned in 61, so 60 years ago. I retired after 28, mostly as a reservist." Well, thank you for your service, Thomas. At the time, he would have no idea he was staying that long. And then we have a correction. Wait, I guess I'm not awake. I was commissioned in 65. That's why we have coffee, Thomas. Get us starter fluid. You know, that's what it's for. Monroe Cook is here. Good morning. He says, "Install a new entry door. Got the old one out, taking a break. Was trying to beat the heat, but it has caught up with me." Yeah, they've been saying all week long here that we're having cooler temperatures because it's like in the 80s, mid to high 80s, I guess. But I'm gonna tell you, I got the old John Deere out yesterday, cut grass. I'm thinking I ain't feeling it because the humidity is still. I'm still doing the cookie thing here. The humidity is still. I can't tell that big a difference. And now I watched this morning, and they said starting Sunday, we're going to start hitting the 90s again, and all next week it'll be in the 90s. So back to the same old next week. Yeah, now we got. Well, no, we don't. We got 7 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Do better now. We got 12 people watching over there on the tubes. Bart's over here on Facebook. How you doing, Bart? Ryan Ballard's here. Ryan has another video out. You don't want to miss this one. If you're ever wondering about Sumo Springs, this is the video for you right here. Good morning, Ryan. Darren Birds is here. Good morning. Let me see here. Gary Hammett. Stephen Toronto says, "Just dropped in to leave a note. I know most here are dog people. My cat of 12 years quit eating on the way to the vet." All right, well, get her straightened out there, Stephen. I have a old high school friend that just recently lost their cat, and it kind of did the same thing about a month ago. All of a sudden, it stopped eating and stuff, and they bought special cat food for sensitive stomachs or something. I don't know, but anyway, they lost their cat recently. So losing a pet ain't easy. I know that for sure. Trade Skillers Anonymous is here. Good morning, JR. How you doing? Good to see you back on the coffee sessions. Nice that you can join us this morning. We're just here to, talk a bunch of stuff and get the weekend kicked off. David Nett says, good morning. Thumbs up. Thank you. We got 8 of them over there. Man, you guys are slow today. I don't know what the deal is. Gary Hammett says, Dave, it's only cooler than. Yeah, it's. He says, love the shirt. I got that exact shirt. I made this one, actually. All the shirts you see me wear when I got crazy sayings and stuff like that on them, I make them myself. I got I'm trying to think how long ago it's been now. It's probably been over a year or so. But I always thought it was interesting doing the vinyl, vinyl cutting and heat transfer and all that kind of stuff. So probably a little over a year ago, I bought all that stuff. I don't do it to try to make money or anything. I just like having it I make my own coffee cups. This is I can't read it. It says the coffee sessions. This is my coffee sessions cup. My favorite cups are the ones where I have pictures of my boys, Jack and Rocky, on. What else do I do? I mean, I can do all kinds of stuff. I've got the press where you do the shirts, and I've also got the thing where you can do the cups. I can do ball caps and stuff. I've never done a ball cap, though. I'm not much of a cap guy, hat guy, whatever. All right, you're welcome, buddy. I'm your number one fan. Don't you forget it. Wilson Rubottom's here. He says thumbs up. Thank you. Bruce Foley's here. Good morning. Yeah, you're welcome, Stephen. Hope it all ends well. Yeah, this is all heat transfer. I don't do never wanted to get into the silk screening stuff because it seems like it. I know how I am with stuff, and I would make a dadgum mess trying to do that. But it is kind of neat to make your own little decals and stuff. I got some decals on the back of my truck window that I make. He knows there's one left. All right, here we go, buddy. Here we go. I'll give you a quick shot of the jack cam. Yeah, there's his rear end. Hey, buddy. Daddy's got to move the camera again, doesn't he? That's it. That's it. Look at him. Look at him up here begging. That's it. That's all of them. Must have miscounted. That's it. Jim Senecola, good morning, sir. I trust we'll be having another video out pretty soon on rotary access setup and stuff. Gary says, where do I buy my shirts? You would ask me that. It's been so long. I bought a whole bunch of. I got a thing in there. I bought one of those. I don't know what you call them, little plastic things with the drawers. Because I bought a whole bunch of shirts, so I won't ever have to buy another T-shirt ever. I got a bunch of different colors. I'm going to be making some new ones. I've got a couple ideas for some new. Well, just stuff, because I put stuff on there most people might not put on their shirts. But me. Let's see. Brian says, I need to triple my watch hours if I ever want to get monetized. So I need to up my output. Yeah, well, Sumo Springs ought to do it. I'm just saying. I can't even pronounce it. Martin Talbert. I call him Marty. He's here. How you doing, Marty? Good to see you here on the coffee sessions. I was just talking about you the other day. My good friend, Rusty Taylor, that I'm pretty sure you know. He come by to check on me. Hadn't seen me since my heart attack, so he come by to check on me. and we were talking about your old wicked buckers. So, anywho, I think I'm caught up on the comments now for a minute. Yeah, y'all doing a little better. We got 12 thumbs up over there. Still a couple of slackers, but that's all right. I did manage to, I was asking y'all yesterday what y'all think I should make out of this old cutting board thing, and I think I'm just gonna. Y'all didn't give me a whole lot of ideas. I think I'm just gonna think on that for a while. But I did take this mahogany. I found even a shorter piece than that one I had leaned up against the wall over there. And you can see I've cut two pieces. These were about 5 3/4 or so. So I just cut 5 3/4 square and then glued up a couple of pieces to make it thicker. And I think I'm probably going to turn some kind of little bowl or something out of this. I may do that tomorrow. If you see a bowl back there on the lathe, and I know some of you probably spotted it because you guys always look back there at my lathe to see what I got on there. That's an old bowl. I put that on there. I was doing a kind of a camera test. I borrowed the tripod from the Jack Cam, and then I have one of those. I call them faux pros. It's like a GoPro, only it's a much cheaper one. So I call them faux pros. But it's a little 4K thing that looks like a GoPro. It comes in a little plastic waterproof thing, and it comes with all kinds of attachments and where you can, fasten it to just about anything. But I was doing a little test. That's why I put a bowl on there and spun it and then shot a few seconds of video and then went and checked it out so I can see if I can get a good angle when I'm doing the side of a bowl. So that's what that's on there for. Oh man, that coffee's good this morning. Mary Mallory is here this morning. How are you, Mary? Hope all is well with you. Jesse's here this morning. How you doing, Jesse? I really don't have, let's see. Yeah, I really don't have nothing else to talk about. Per usual. I'm pretty much, other than the weather, I've pretty much given up watching the news at all. I mean, sometimes when you have it on, when you're waiting for the weather to come on, that segment, you see some other stuff, but it's like, man, I don't even want to watch that stuff. So, just depressing sometimes. I'm trying to stay upbeat about things. That's why I like to be out here in my own little world where nobody bothers me. I didn't tell you, I don't think I told you about the chair my buddy Jim gave me the other day. I haven't really, I have to pull the tag off of it. He called me the other day and we went to go look at something. And on the way there was somebody had set a recliner out by the road, And of course I'm making a joke like, hey, let's stop and get that. I'll put that on my porch, porch to my shop. And he says, well, I got a chair for you. And I thought he was kidding. But on the way back, he swung by his shop. He goes around there and he digs out this box. He goes, here, stick this in the truck. So I stuck it in the back of his truck. And then when I got over here, I have to go look at the brand. But it's like it's like a chair you take to like soccer games or something, but it's a rocking chair. You snap it open and set in it, and it rocks, which is pretty cool. So I got it sitting inside here because it's so nice. I didn't want to leave it out in the weather in case we. But yeah, the other day when I was out here putting some finish on that bowl, not that bowl, but the other one that y'all will see tomorrow morning if you watch my video. While I was, waiting for the finish to dry, I'd have tunes playing in here on YouTube on this computer, and me and Jack would be sitting out there on the front porch, or on the, not the front porch. Well, I guess it is a front porch. Waiting on finish to dry. And I'm sitting in that new chair. That thing is comfortable. He even got some kind of little cup holder thing that fastens to it. I'm like, holy cow. I'm styling now. But yeah, my old buddy Jim takes care of me. He's a good old guy. Good old guy. Oh, Mary Mallory says, I was down your way last weekend, went to the Geranium Festival. All right. How was it? Were you just here as a visitor, or were you a vendor with any kind of, CNC stuff or stuff like that? I don't know what all they have there. Dennis says, hello, Dave, and all late coming again. That's all right. You can drop in whenever you want. I leave the door unlocked, so y'all can just come and go as you please. We're all friends here, right? Yeah. Let's see, Leo Steger's here. Sorry for being late. You guys always apologize for being late. You're so nice. Doesn't matter. Just kind of go when you want to. I'm just glad somebody shows up when they get on here and do these things. I wouldn't do it if y'all didn't. Okay, Mary Mallory says, I was down visiting family. There was lots of CNC stuff there. Okay, now did you walk around and kind of secretly take pictures so you can? I used to do that at the, there's a festival, and it's, well, I don't know what the schedule is with this COVID business, but back in the old normal, it used to be I think it was the first weekend in May and the first weekend in October, I think. It was 2 times a year, but it's called the Cotton Picking Festival. And it's in a town called Gay, Georgia. So, but anyway, I'd go down there and I'd see something cool, and I didn't want to be obvious. So I'd always act like I'm taking a picture of somebody else and try to get that in there. But see a lot of neat stuff. Get some good ideas for making stuff. Pics. Most of it is on Pinterest. Yeah. Yeah, Pinterest is that's kind of an interesting site, I guess. All kinds of stuff on there. Let me ask you, Mary, and anybody else that's a maker and makes stuff, do you all have a Etsy store? I have never, in fact, I don't think I've ever even bought anything from an Etsy store. But I think that's kind of a big deal these days, isn't it? Or not? I don't know. Seems like everybody, well, I won't say, again, I always say everybody. It's not everybody. But a lot of the people that I watch, especially here recently, I've been watching a whole bunch of Turners. And, they always say, yeah, if you're interested in this bowl I just made or this vase or whatever, you can check it out on my Etsy store. I was thinking, well, maybe I ought to. I haven't made that much stuff yet, but it's not going to take long because, one nice thing about Turner, there's a couple nice things. One I always say is it's much quieter than a CNC. But the other thing is You can be sitting around drinking coffee and go, you know what? I think I'm gonna make something today, and you can walk out and put something on the lathe. A few hours, well, maybe even an hour later, it's done. Depends on what you're making. You can go make something like this. Uh, in probably just a few minutes. And you spend more time finishing than you do uh, turning it a lot of times, just because you're waiting on stuff to dry before you can do the next coat and stuff. Okay, so let's see. Darren says designing a wedding gift today. Hopefully, start getting first orders afterwards. Well, good luck. I hope so. People love wedding stuff and baby stuff. And there may be a niche there for divorce stuff. Because think about it. What is it, like 3 out of 4 marriages end in divorce? So maybe somebody should look for that niche right there. Hey, Dave's new Etsy store. Although guys probably wouldn't be able to afford anything. Just saying. All right, Leo says pesky work keeps getting in the way. Part-time job has been 40 plus hours for the last month. That's a heck of a part-time job, 40 plus hours. Yeah, you have to do something about that, Leo. Marcello's here. Good morning. Thumbs up, he says. Yeah, we can never get the thumbs up to match the number of people watching. I don't know what it is with that. Just some people are stubborn, just will not give up a thumbs up. And it doesn't cost you anything. I don't understand. I always give people thumbs up. I was the first one to give this guy a thumbs up this morning. He says, Gay Georgia is a happy place. I guess it is. Kind of a neat little old town. I've been to that festival a couple of times. It's pretty cool. I haven't been since all this COVID stuff, so I don't know how they're. I guess it's going on. Mary says she has an Etsy shop. All right. Mr. Ballard says he's going to start one. Dennis says, I sell some stuff on Etsy. All right. Well, what's your experience then, guys? Because I've heard some people, you know how it is. You ask 10 people, you're going to get 5 that say, oh, it's fantastic. And then the other 5 are going to say, nah, it sucks. I didn't sell nothing. It's too expensive and they take too much of the money or whatever. So what's your experience there? Gary says he's not done Etsy. Steven says, I just bought 2 items on Etsy yesterday for my daughter's birthday. Etsy is very busy, especially if you're good. Lots of woodworkers on there. Yeah. Okay. George Rothfuss is here. Good morning, George. How are you doing? Okay, so Dennis says costs you about 15% of selling price, including shipping. Wow, that seems a little pricey. So I guess you kind of have to price your stuff extra high. Is that how you do it? To try to cover some of that. Of course, the higher you price it, the more they're going to get, I guess. Huh? 15%. That just, maybe I'm out of touch here. I did something I hadn't done in a long, long time. I signed into my eBay account. I've been an eBay member since, I don't know, right after they started it, I guess. But I haven't bought or sold. I haven't sold in forever. But I used to go on there and occasionally look for something, and then I would snipe it right at the end of the auction. And a lot of times I get stuff I don't need. I got stuff in there now. Then I'm like, yeah, I want it. But then I thought, well, I don't even need that. Why did I buy it? You just do it because you can, I guess. But yes, I logged into my eBay because I was looking for a particular item, and they had some on eBay, and I had to sign in. Let's see. Monroe says, I bought a dollhouse file. It came as RAR file, and I'm having a time putting it in VCAR. Okay, well, if it's an RAR file, you computer geeks, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's a compressed file. So it's like a zip file. And you'll probably have to get, because you may not have it on your computer. And I always try to avoid those RAR files. But anyway, I'm pretty sure you have to get a special unzipping software that, like, I think it's WinZip or something like that, and then unzip it. And that's probably why you're having trouble getting it into VCAR. And again, any of you other computer guys probably know more than me, so feel free to help Monroe out there. Dennis says, yes, we make cost allowances. It's all about using the right keywords. Okay, Mary says, it's a lot of work, but it has grown into a steady income. It is 5% to start, 17% if they sell with an Etsy ad. Factor that and free shipping into the price. Etsy ad sales are hit and miss, so most sales are 5%. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that, I guess. 17% if they sell with an Etsy ad. Yeah, I'm still not sure I understand how that works, but if you've grown it into a steady income, I mean that's what you want, right? I've just I've just heard some people say some horror stories about it, but then I'm thinking, well, maybe they just don't know how to do it because other people seem to love it. Dennis is telling, I guess this is for Monroe. It says there are some great free unzip files. Yeah, I would. Yeah, don't buy nothing. They're all the ones I'm talking about are free. You can get them, but usually the one that comes with your Windows on your computers, you go to what they call it, Explorer or whatever, and if it's a zip file, you just hit extract all or whatever, and it'll unzip it. But it I'm pretty sure they won't work with the rare or RAR file, whatever you call it. And I think there's another one called I want to say 7-Up Zip or something like that. WinZip. I'm not sure what it's called, but I always hate when I get one of those because I have to, because I always find that free software that will unzip that file, and then as soon as I get done, I get rid of it because it's usually full of ads and stuff like that. That's why it's free. All right, Mary says your sales have to be over 10,000 annually. Okay. All right. Before you have to be in the Etsy ad program. All right. Mary says if I message her, she will straighten me out on that stuff. All right, good. Dennis says he uses Zip's Genius and it's free. 7-Zip. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Thank you, Bruce. All right, my time is almost up. But while we're on this subject, I want to continue on just a second here. And this is to the people that say they have Etsy stores. Do you have an Etsy store as well as a store place on a website? Or is it just the Etsy store? And then I'll get out of here. I'll give you all a second to answer that. But I know if I don't ask that now, I won't remember it Monday because we got the whole weekend and stuff coming up. And by Monday, I will have forgotten everything we talked about here. Okay, Dennis says he has both. All right. I'll check your website out. Is it called ozarkartsandcrafts.com or something to that effect? Okay, I was kind of waiting to see if Mary was going to answer the. Oh, there she is. I thought maybe she'd already left. It is Friday. In process of setting up a website, don't like having all my eggs in one basket. All right, there you go. Yeah. See, right now I don't have my eggs. I guess are all in one basket as far as selling the stuff I make, because I just have a little store page. You go to davegatton.com and there, you look at the top and it says my store and you click on it and it's just, of course, I only have a few things I sell. But if I start making all these little things turning, it's either that or I'm going to end up throwing them in the fire pit because I don't need a bunch of stuff around here. And I can give some to, a few people. But you got to have people to give them to, All right. Dennis says he's down for maintenance for a few days. All right. Okay. I'm going to get out of here. Happy Friday to y'all. I hope y'all have a great weekend. I hope the weather's great where you're at. And if you get the opportunity, come on back Monday. Bring your coffee. Or tea, if that's your thing. And we will do this again. So everybody have a good one, and we will see y'all Monday.